Hello again. Thursday. So I'm starting a little bit earlier because I think we're all going out to give all these fine people a round of applause tonight in an hour's time. So I'll do my little JJ Gilmore bring you down, and then everybody can bring you up with the round of applause. So I'm going to start off with a song. And welcome back to hello Peter and May, and welcome back from Saudi Arabia. They're now quarantined, so if anybody's up in Saltcoats, throw them in an apple. Throw an apple at their window. So yeah, I'm going to do a little song. I want to do this song because I like this wee song. Yeah, you're not supposed to lick your fingers, JJ Gilmore. I got no control of anything. Nothing's gonna save my mind. I'm standing on the corner like a little Jack Horner, waiting for the man to arrive. I got pennies in my pocket. I've been counting out the nickels and dimes, with a heart that's playing and a sign displaying something's gonna happen tonight. Maybe we could meet at the border. I don't wanna see the finish line. Can you make it on time? I've been swimming in the ocean. I've been dancing on the midnight stars. I've been dying to say what's wrong today, but I've been covering over the scars. I left a little window open. I'm hoping that you come inside. I've thrown my cards on the table. I'll be willing, I'll be able, 'cause I don't wanna run and hide. Maybe we can meet at the border. I don't wanna see the finish line. Can you make it on time? Stay with me tonight. Stay with me tonight. And I've been traveling like a 10p rocket, searching down deep in my soul. 'Cause now I understand that I could use a hand, 'cause I've been flying out of control. And I've been looking for a Mother Mary, somebody that's closer to hand. 'Cause I've been living clean, and what does that mean? Where the hell's the promised land? Maybe we could meet at the border, 'cause I don't wanna see the finish line. Can you make it on time? Stay with me tonight. Stay with me tonight. See, I lost control of everything. I need to find a place in my mind where the bluebirds fly in the summer sky. That's the place I'm trying to find. Maybe we could meet at the border, 'cause I don't wanna see the finish line. Can you make it on time? Yeah. Wee dog barking next door. Maybe he likes it. She likes it. Yeah, so Stay With Me Tonight. Yeah, rather than pondering on Stay With Me Tonight, I want to take you back a little bit to after Junior Showtime when I was the kid entertainer, and I went to Blackpool on holiday. I mentioned that earlier. I've got to tell this wee story. And my parents obviously went with us, and I think it was they realised early on that I could sing a little bit, and people were starting to acknowledge that. So we sort of trod up and down Blackpool looking for stuff to do that you could do on a working man's wage, trying to drag him out of the bookies and get stuff to do. You know, you could only I mean, you could get down to the beach just so often, you know, and you know, build sand castles and race, you know, spray sand up in people's chips, and have my old man having to beat them up for trying to dig us up. Oh God Almighty. And yeah, so yeah, you could only do that for so long. And then we just ran out of things to do. Couldn't afford really to go to the pleasure beach all the time, because that was money. So we devised ways of sort of, you know, breaking into the machines, not breaking in so much, but trying to find the machines that were broken down, and then go and report that to the arcade owners and tell them that, Mister, I put, you know, 6 pence in that. And my wee brother was really good at pool, so there was this trick of the guy used to balance 10p coins on the top of pool balls, and it was in a circle, and you whacked them, and then how many went out of the circle, you could win that amount. My wee brother was really good at it, so he used to win it, and then the guy ended up taking him on, and he worked in the stall for a wee while. And there was a donkey derby where you threw the balls up, and it was like 3-2-1 or 3-2-1. 1 was the first. If you went for 3, and it could come down to the side, and the horses would jump along depending. And we used to win that on a regular basis. And then you just looked for the machines that you could nudge, and so the pennies would fall out, and you get through out of the arcade. And during all that, we would go and see, if we'd enough money, we would go and see the Black Abbots, Russ Abbott and the Black Abbots, and whoever was on in the piers and the central piers. And my brothers and I and family would go along, and then I don't know how we discovered this, but we discovered that there was a singing competition on in the central pier for children. So I was bound to enter it, wasn't I? You know, and we entered into the thing, and I won it. And then we entered into another one, and I won that, and you entered into another one, and I won that, and then sort of winning them, and the guy was getting a bit sick of it. And he was just looking for somebody else to win it. So he would put his hand over your head or above your head. The child here, and the people on the pier would raise their hand, and if you raised your hand, that's who you were voting for. And if they really liked you, they would raise both hands. And if they were on deck chairs, they could raise the feet as well. And it was great. It was just innocent entertainment, and there was tap dancers and all kinds of kids, and there was kids telling lies about their age. And of course, my old man, if you didn't win the first prizes or anything like that, you got a stick of rock. My old man was such a terrible man. The guy would put his hand over the kids' heads and say, "And for this wee girl, she was tap dancing." You'd hear this from somewhere in the audience. I mean, I would know where it was, but nobody else would. "Give him the rock." And it was my dad. He was such an arrogant bastard. "Give him the rock." you know, and if the kids would say, "How old are you?" 12. 12. 12. She was 12 4 years ago when we used to come down here. He just he didn't care, you know. I'm laughing about it, but I'm laughing embarrassed. And yeah, and we get the next kid. You know, he's what did he do? He was maybe a singer or played the trumpet or something. You know, give him that rock. And then he would try and get me to not win them. The guy would try and get me not to win it because he was sick of me, you know. And we'd get a show of hands for the boy here. The boy, he's good. This kid, he keeps winning and stuff. And oh, it's close and stuff. And Mum would say, it's close. They're voting down at the beach. Look down at the beach. They're voting down there. Look at them all. Their hands up, you know. Give them a rock. And we, you know, and I used to say to my brothers, you know, go and pick a prize. Because you didn't get money, you got a prize. So it would be like table soccer or, I don't know, care plunk or something, you know. And I was so cocky, such a cocky little bastard, that I would say to my brothers, just go and pick the prize, you know. I'm going to win it anyway, you know. And usually I did win it, you know. But it was they were funny times. It was just, that was the entertainment you had, you know, was me up singing, and oh man, just loved that, you know. It's like they'd be dead proud, I suppose, parents, but he was such an arrogant bastard. I must say, as arrogant as he was, he could do it with humour, and so you nervously, embarrassedly laughed, you know, sometimes at the very wrong times, because he could be vicious with it. Anyway, so that was, I wanted to tell you about that, because that was that was me coming out of junior showtime and going back into being a kid, a singer in Blackpool, you know. And then there was all talk of that I was going to go down and do a season down there. Can't remember how that. My mum would need to be alive to tell me that I was talking bullshit again. But yeah, they were really interesting times. Blackpool was great. We used to go down on the Kellogg's boxes, because you could cut. You could cut something like the back of the Kellogg's box. You could have a parent and two kids could go down on the train or something like that. So if anybody remembers this, try and email me and write in. But yeah, you could go down. You could, you know. But there was at the time there was three of us, you know, so somebody had to hide in the toilet, you know, and then they would show the tokens, and then somewhere in between that we would swap at Preston or something like that. And one of my dad's brothers was coming back up, and they got the they got the Kellogg's box, and we used to go down to this women's guest house, a woman called Mrs. Tree, and she smoked. We'd be trying to sneak. When the youngest boy came along, that would be an extra, and she'd be, that's an extra £5 for the kiddie. Oh, and she smoked, and there was like linoleum in the bedrooms. The bedroom had linoleum in it. The kitchen and the bedroom, I think it was all just the same thing, and it was completely bogging, and it was so dirty. We used to have to wander away from my mother to come back and clean it. Wait till she had cleaned it, and then we would come back to the house spotless. With the candlewick bed covers. Yeah, I wanted just to remember that. Yeah. Probably saying he's already done that song. It's the same song. We dive into dark doorways, hiding from the clouds of grey. Oh babe, I don't mind at all. We get close to one another, laughing as we watch the waterfall. Rain, Scottish rain, Rain, Scottish rain. Rain, Scottish rain. 'Cause I can feel your pulse beat strong, feel you warm and feel you young. Oh, babe, like children once again. We get close to one another, captives of the Scottish rain. Rain, Scottish rain. Rain, Scottish rain. Rain, Scottish rain. We get close to one another, captives of the natives of the Scottish rain. Well, I hope it don't rain all day. Well, I hope it don't rain all day. 'Cause we dive into dark doorways, hiding from the clouds of grey. Oh, babe, I don't mind it at all. We get close to one another, laughing as we watch the waterfall. For rain, Scottish rain. Rain, Scottish rain. Rain, Scottish rain. Rain, Scottish rain. Yeah, I was talking to somebody about that song. That was some of my early introduction to the Silencers music. I'd obviously listened to A Letter from St. Paul, and then that had came on the Blues for Buddha album just before I joined them. And amazingly, that song was about the Chernobyl, the fallout, and how it obviously had affected, and was it was raining down on us. Well, it wasn't raining down on me because I was living in Canada at the time, but and then it ended up on the Greenpeace album. That ended up on the Greenpeace record. Something special about that, you know, U2 on there, and a lot of I think the Pretenders were on there. Can't remember the bands that were on that Greenpeace album, but a lot of big bands, a lot of, and Scottish Rain made that, and it was the first time I had a chance to look at a band, a Scottish band of people maybe that I knew. I didn't know Jimmy and Cha, but I knew of them, and I knew they were from Cha was from Coatbridge. Pardon me, Jimmy was from the village of Chapel Hall, where I think John Giblin from Simple Minds was from as well. Yeah, so it was lovely. It was lovely, that record. It was kind of love dum 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 dum. It's all really nice, eerie, some really lovely. I think it might have been Mark Wallace that did that album, or Flood. I can't remember. But yeah, they worked with some great producers and stuff, the Silencers, and they were lucky, and so were we, you know, to have worked with some amazing amazing people. But I loved that song. I loved the Scottish Rain. I thought it was a beautiful song. I couldn't wait to play that when I was with the band. And there was always a couple of wee chords in it that I didn't really know, and especially at the end of it, it goes a bit in a different way. So I didn't really know how it went. So I think that when I was first getting to know the Silencers and then unbelievably joining them, I was busking in Dundee, and I mentioned this at the time when I first joined the band, and then sort of get whisked away, and that's a strange thing, because you're in the middle of living a normal life, and then you're off running somewhere. And I think that it got even stranger when you were starting to go to places like Germany and Switzerland, and then the band. Then we got a number one in Spain. Again, I mentioned that before on some of the earlier. And to have a number one in the country is a really strange thing. I think it was number one. I'm sure it was. And some of the other Silencers, Stevie or one of the guys, or Phil, can tell me if that's right or wrong. Can't remember. So we started playing these kind of bull rings to, up and down Spain, and Játiva and Murcia and Madrid, and playing bull rings in like stadiums, to 25 and 30,000 people a night, and you would never be off the television. And I remember going down to a place called the Alhambra, the old Moorish temple, and we were at the entrance, and I was there with a guy called Luis Garcia, who was from the record company, and all these kids started running towards us, and I said, "Oh, they must be running for the exit," to Luis, and of course I couldn't understand what they were saying. They were running down the hill saying stuff, and he said, "No, they're running for you, my friend." And it was incredible. All these kids, because they'd saw us so much on television, were running towards you. All these school kids, I don't know what age they would have been, 8 or 9 or 10, or maybe a wee bit older, but not just, they were kids, and you could feel they were coming up and touching you, and touching your clothes, and touching your hair, and the school teacher got lots of pieces of paper, and she tore them all up so that I could sign autographs for all the kids. And I thought, whoa, this must be what it's like to be a pop star. This must be, that was the first big indication. I mean, there was plenty of previous indications before that people liked you because you were in a band, and they liked your music, and it meant something to them. But it was the first time really that I thought, oof, this is a bit crazy. Because I mean, we had done all the sort of meeting the other pop stars and the other people that were sort of doing the same thing as you, but this was different. You were meeting, the fans and the public, and the people that really liked you. You bumped into, some crazy things happened. I remember bumping into the Rubettes. It's throat's killing me. Bumped into the Rubettes and in Spain at the time, and they were doing a TV show that we were on, and I thought it was a sort of Spanish tribute thing. And then we get invited to this club because we were like Top of the Pops on this Rocco Pop, which was the sort of Spanish Top of the Pops, and we had been on that for the previous few weeks, and we were just misbehaving as we always were, and and we went on to this Rocco Pop thing, and I heard it in the afternoon. I went for a wee siesta, as you do, and probably hung over to death, and I heard this. I thought, wow, that's some Spanish band doing a really good version of the Rubettes. And when I went out, it was them. Anyway, we got chatting, and we get invited to this club of this local club owner who wanted the big stars of Spain at the time, the Silencers, Los Silencer, to I remember going on to the show because I had to say, hola, somos Los Silencers, nuestra video para Rocco Pop, Bulletproof Heart, you know, and they were, clapping, and, you know, can still remember that. And because we were the sort of Rocco Pop thing, we get invited along to this club and giving you champagne or whatever drinks you wanted and stuff. And the guy from the Rubettes said, look, can I tag along with you? And I said, I think he was the bass player in the band. And I said, yeah, sure. And he came along with us, and when we were in the club, it was kind of dark and stuff. And the guy, the owner, brought his daughters and his son, I think, was out to meet us all. And this is the Silencers, and they were obviously speaking in Spanish, Los Silencers, and here they are, and so he said to me, can you tell us who the guys are in the band and point them out and stuff in the video and stuff, you know? So that's Cha, and that's him sitting, that's Jimmy sitting there, and that's Jimmy up there. He's the singer of this song, and because Jimmy sang Bulletproof Heart. That's, I think it was Lewis Rankin was the bass player at the time. That's Lewis over there, long hair. Yep, you can see him. That's Davy Crichton there. Yep, you can see him, you know. And the guy from the Rubettes was there. And I went to say, this is guy from the, and he went, don't tell him I'm with the Rubettes. Just say I'm one of yous. I mean, we would have been seemed uncool to a lot of people, you know what I mean? But I think we were a wee bit cooler than the Rubettes. So he was sort of trying to jump on our cool train, you know, and then real cool people came along. But anyway, that was the Spanish the gig. So somebody asked me today to sing a wee bit of Me and You, and I never thought about singing this. So we'll do a wee bit of that. Thought of it so clear to me, remember it in honesty. Do you recall a better life, a televised your photograph? 'Cause there's a mirror ball, yeah, for you tonight. The crowd arrived, so put out the lights. The leader's on, yeah, you know you can. I hope you know we understand. 'Cause I don't need medication to feel the way I wanted to. If only my generation could stick together like me and you, like super glue. If everyone could see you now, funny side you seen in life, 'cause they'll all write it down, yeah, beside their heads. Do the best to recollect, 'cause I don't need medication to feel the way I wanted to. If only my generation could stick together like me and you, or like super glue, me and you. And if you're I don't wanna be left out. And if you're looking for love, don't count me out. I don't need medication to feel the way I wanted to. If only my generation should stick together like me and you. Super glue, me and you. The things I do, oh Paul. Yeah, see, that's why you should stand up when you're singing. You know, I haven't done much singing recently, so that the voice gets a wee bit tricky and dicky, and when you don't sing as much. Not a big call for singing in the house at the moment. Big call for cooking though. Cooked a nice French stew today with nice wine. So yeah, there's another couple of songs for today. I have to remember some more daft stories. There's so many daft stories, and I'll try and remember more of them. The Blackpool one I like that one with my old man. What a character. Nicknames for everybody that came to the door. I'll tell you about that with another. Anyway, tonight we have to, in a half hour's time, we have to go out and applaud all the people that have been helping us out in this tough time for us all. So I guess for the moment, be well, and you know, email me jjgilmore@gmail.com if you've got any requests, or I don't really do Facebook very well. I'm also trying to figure out how to go live, and it's not working out. I tried to test it earlier on to see if I could do a Facebook live thing, so that I could interact with you, but for some reason on my computer it isn't working. Every time I go to live, I don't know whether it's because I've got a business page, like a music page, it just won't let me do it. So if anybody knows anything about that, let me know. Because I was trying, I've been in touch with the Freckfest guys, and apparently their appeal with the Brown Bear went amazing. Apparently they've raised over £3,000 for the North Ayrshire Food Bank. There's all the people going to Largs. They won't need a food bank. Hello. But yeah, apparently they raised £3,000, which is brilliant, and I would love to do that. I'd love to do a live gig, but I just can't. There's something going on. I had a look at live on YouTube. Can't really work that out. Can't really work Instagram out. So if anybody knows, Sean Kennedy, Sean, you're good at all that stuff. I'll maybe email him later on. He knows all that palaver. Anyway, in the meantime, stay good. Take care of yourselves, and let's all applaud these lovely people. Incredible, the people that are working in the shops and all that throughout this. I mean, this really is, strange times, but we did say we wouldn't mention the sea stuff. Anyway, tatty bye for now. Cheerio.